This is how it's gonna be. This is what you think of me. It's going down like I told you. This is how it's gonna be. I'll be the last man standing here. I'm not going anywhere. It's going down like I told you. I'll be the last man standing here. So dangerous.
Hello, BodySlams podcast viewers, and you're tuning in to Thursday Night Slam. Have we got a treat for you tonight? But you know what? Let me break you off with some cheap plugs at the top of the show before we had the countdown. You probably noticed something a little different about our background. You noticed that we had Devereaux Sports on one side, with our three shows listed in the middle: Breakfast and BodySlams, Thursday Night Slams, and the Pop-Up Pipe Bombs right down the middle. And on the other side was IWEP. That's right, Interview with Everyday People Network. Because I did mention that come May 29th, that is, on Sunday, next Sunday, that is, not this one, that we will be switching over from one network to the other. It's not saying that we're jumping ship or anything like that. We got much love for Devereaux Sports because they gave us our start here in the podcast world. So much love to Pat, the Gobbler, everyone over there, Joe Sullivan doing big things with the Soli Squad. Much love there. And I want to give some shout outs to some of the crew over at the IWEP Network, and that is Anthony, Andy, Brian with the Tornado Tag Podcast. And if you don't know who they are, you need to jump over there and listen to them, because they were actually on a little bit ago, right before us. I think they had like 7:30 start time today, but they're usually on at 8 p.m. They have a great show. Brian, he is like a guru. He's a genius. Like, I would love to steal him away, but I know that for a fact that is not happening. But anyway, if you like what I'm wearing, the Thursday Night Slam, that's right, if you can see it behind everything else that we got going on here, our Thursday Night Slam logo is on our shirt. Jump over to the BodySlamsPodcast.com, click on our pod shop. It'll take you over to spring. You can choose from any one of our designs. Support us, because what little bit of funds that we get from them, we get a little percentage that helps us keep this show running. So with that being said, as we always say, with that being said, we're saying something all the time. We do not hesitate. But yeah, we're going to keep it moving again. Like I said, I'm just repeating myself like crazy. But for those in the wrestling world, if you don't got IWTV or you ain't got the internet, if you're living underneath a rock, if you don't know who Hotdog Starks is, I gotta say Ray, because he's the hot dog man, not the Iron Man. I gotta watch out how I say Starks, because it's a KS, it's a E right there in the middle between the K and yeah. Like I got told about it, but it's all right. It's okay. Jump online, check all his stuff out. Thanks for tuning in. We're logging off. Just kidding. Great dude, very respectful. I met him at Pro Wrestling Magic. I caught some of his clips online with some of his other matches. I read up a little bit about him, but like I said, if you're not, jump online, Google, YouTube. By the way, he has a Pro Wrestling Tees page too as well, so you might want to jump over there and grab some merch while you're at it. And without any further ado, let's bring on the man himself, Hotdog Starks. Oh, look at you. Oh, you swerved me. You were just all plain.
Got
You
you.
were a
I
plain
just
hot
got you.
dog. You
I
were a
got
plain.
you.
You came back with all the fixings.
Yes, sir. The
Oh,
mustard, ketchup, relish, you name it. I got them
uh,
all.
this is what's up. Yeah, I was kind of excited like when I put the post out, but like who should we have as our guest on the 19th? And you just happened to be one of the names that chimed in. I'm like, yo, I didn't think he was gonna chime in. Like, all right, this is cool. I'm digging this. I'm thinking, oh hell yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna reach out to him, and I'm like, and here we are.
Here we are. I love talking. Don't get me wrong. I would do any podcast. I love talking. But I'm honored to be here. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. You're over here. You're self promoting and because like you said, you do any podcast, so it is what it is. You know, what I would ask what some of the other podcasts you have done, but then we would be plugging everybody else then too. But you probably did some of the familiar people maybe that I already know that I plug sometimes too as well. And with that being said, for the other cheap plugs, don't forget about Tiffany Ann over at the Indie Wrestling Corner, as well as the 2 days from the 2300 Wrestling Podcast, and Rob Williams at the Bob Culture Podcast as well. So that's some of the names you probably know already.
I've I've been on the Bob's Culture podcast, but not Tiffany's podcast. So we gonna have a problem, Tiff. We gotta have a problem because I haven't been to your podcast yet. I've been reaching out and nothing.
I guess a bunch of us have to get in her ear, jump in her DMs, be like, yo, you gotta get the dog, the one with the mustard and the ketchup, and you gotta get those buns too. Wait, let's keep it appropriate now. Buns, I mean hot dog bun, all right.
Oh, of course, of course.
Now, Mr. Starks. Ah, man. Now, this transformation that you have from when people just see you normally regular and then they spot you wearing this like you probably tell your family at first, hey, when you first started out doing this, like come see me wrestle this and that. And then if they didn't see none of your earlier stuff before you became Hot Dog, what was it like when they finally showed up for the first time and seen, why is he wearing a hot dog outfit?
All right, so I did have to prep my family about the whole hot dog thing. So uh before I was wrestling as a character by the name of Shonuff based off the 1985 movie The Last Dragon. One of my favorite movies. Cannot lie about it. Shonuff was like badass in that movie, and I was like, I could be Shonuff. I was Shonuff, but like not the best Shonuff there was. So it was already hard getting people to come to my matches, and plus I wasn't winning as much. Then the idea came was like I could be a hot dog, right? So the idea came, and I sat my brother down, and this man laughed at me. And he was like, sorry, dog, can't support you. I was like, damn, that sucks. I was like, okay, I'll show you. So I wrestled a match, and the crowd is just like going crazy. Hot dog, hot dog. And then he was like, oh, snap. Like, all right, I can support you now. And I said that with my mom too. And I told my mom, I'm like, hey, I'm not going to be a kung fu master anymore. I'm going to be a hot dog. And she looked at me and was like, a hot dog? And then she was like, well, I don't got to wear it. So she was like, do what you got to do. But my mom, she doesn't even call me by my real name anymore. She calls me hot dog. And now it's a ban to eat hot dogs in the house. So no hot dogs are allowed to be eaten.
Yeah,
So
it's like cannibalism for you.
yeah.
You see someone eating a hot dog at a cookout, you probably start screaming, "No, my brothers!" You
Oh
start
man,
going around, start collecting all the hot dogs from people's hands. I think
I wish
grabbing
you
them
were
out their
around for
mouth as they're
some of
eating.
the. I wish you were around for some of the early pro wrestling magic days where fans would eat hot dogs, and I would just like during intermission, I'll notice it, and I'll just look at them and just give them a nice scold, just be like, hmm. And then I would just like, kind of rip them a new one because, why would you eat a hot dog? Now, why would you eat a hot dog with a show where there's a hot dog wrestling? Is that not enough? Why do you need more? You need more hot dogs, and then you know what I'm saying? Talk to the promoter, tell the promoter, book me more. Because that's going to be all the hot dogs you're ever going to need. Because you don't need to eat hot dogs. You can just watch them wrestle. Because, like they said, they did studies. They did studies. They say if you eat a hot dog, that's like what, 35 minutes off your lifespan? What if you watch me wrestle, right? That's 35 minutes added to your lifespan. Now don't quote me on that. Don't it's not actual facts, but
That's a good point. What you're saying right there, I can't agree with you any more than that.
or just just to plug in my cheap merch. If you guys want hot dogs, I sell 3D hot dogs. Okay, I sell these. These are little mini hot dogs. This is the only hot dogs you should be eating. Not real.
Oh, or are they the little candy that are gummy?
Yes, they are.
I did see
why
those
not?
before. Oh man,
Why
that's great.
why would I not sell them? Why would I not have that?
Dude,
Hot dog.
that is awesome. You see that, people, not just on prowrestlingtees.com, but also at the shows. You can get your gummy hot dogs from Hot Dog himself.
Yes.
We kind of jumped the gun, jumping right into the whole going fast forward from the whole hot dog man that you are to from the beginnings. Like what was it like growing up as a, I want to say, Vienna sausage, I guess, a little wiener, you know? What was it like growing up in your house? Or was wrestling very big in there, or was it just you, your brothers, or it just come by accident? One day you just found it.
So I would say this, like I grew up in a house full of men, and my mom was the only woman in the house. Um, so majority of my brothers watched sports, and I was in a separate room watching wrestling. Um, Sometimes we all watch wrestling, but they were more into rapping and sports, and I was just into. I could not like go to any other thing. My focus was on wrestling, so I grew up watching wrestling. Like it was, I can't remember the first thing I've seen, but I can just tell you who were my favorites. Sting was like probably one of my all-time favorites. Stone Cold, The Rock, they were like going at it all the time. The Undertaker is, obviously, why not The Undertaker? But The Undertaker is like probably my favorite, like out of everybody I just
All
mentioned.
right.
Undertaker, Jeff Hardy. I don't do any high flying stuff. I leave that to him. But it's good. It's good to look at because it's good to look at. But those are like my top favorite. Oh, and Jeff Jarrett. No, not, he doesn't get enough respect that he deserves. But Jeff
He's old
Jarrett,
school.
he's very old school. And man, if I had a guitar, if I had a guitar, my goodness. And that's what I would do that as a kid. My mom would buy me those little cheap dollar guitars. And my one of my older brothers, he bought me like a championship belt, like a replica. And my God, I like walked around with the guitar and the and the championship. And I was just like to whack my brothers over the head with it. Yeah, I was a wild child. I love wrestling to a T. Got me hurt a lot, but I loved it.
Well, who hasn't? Whether you're jumping off the dresser onto the bed, you got a little brother or something laying on the bed, and next thing you know, the bed collapses and someone's yelling upstairs, "What the hell you boys doing up there?" or whatever, And yeah, I'm sure you got your behinds pretty whipped up too, pretty good after they have to come up and fix the bed, probably.
If you see this or not, I have a scar on my forehead. Right?
Oh yeah, is that from a
Yeah. So
guitar?
no, that was from I watched Stone Cold and The Rock, and The Rock always reversed something like Stone Cold did. Like Stone Cold would go for like a head smash on the post outside, and The Rock would just stop it and then hit Stone Cold with it. Unfortunately, I am not The Rock, so I did not block it. So I just took it, boom. And that's from roughhousing with my brothers and stuff like that. But yeah, had to get some stitches done. That was the only time my face was covered in blood or condiments or ketchup, whatever you want to call it. But now being a hot dog, I have superpowers and I bleed mustard now. So There you have it.
Oh, interesting. Yellow instead of red.
Yep.
Okay. All
It is
right.
canon now.
What kind of mustard may I ask? Is it the hot yellow? Is it the classic yellow, or is it the hot and spicy kind? The yellow one,
I
the
mean,
with the
it's always
brown
gonna
one.
be the
That's what
hot.
it is.
Yeah, it's gonna be that super yellow mustard that stinks when you have
That
too much.
that's a little bit dark. The ones that people like to put on their pretzels.
Oh
That
yeah,
yeah, the dark like the brown yellow to. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
yeah. That's if that's if it's really bad. That's if it's severe.
Yeah.
If it's something, it comes out bright yellow, but then if it gets really bad, then it's that brownish stuff.
And I noticed that you are like still young as hell. You're about 17 years younger than me. I like, yeah,
Man,
I'm
but
about to be 46. I noticed you were born in 93?
yes, I was born in '93. That
Yeah,
was
I was
good.
born
That
in
was
76, bro.
oh
So,
dang.
I know I'm an old head.
Nah, man, nah,
So
nah. You
uh,
just a wise. There we go.
I try. I try to be wise, just like another brother around the wrestling scene in the Jersey, New York area. I'm sure you know him, Magic.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Uncle Magic. I like to call him. Yeah, I know
yeah.
him.
Yeah, I just ran into him last week at a show, and every time I see him, he's got give a nice big hug to each other, and we talk about the grandkids and whatever else that's going on, our aches, our pains, waking up hurt, ouch. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
So now going forward a little bit. So you're growing up with the whole wrestling thing in the house, you and the siblings, and acting all crazy, jumping over. Now, when did you find about the wrestling school that you probably attended, or did you attend multiple schools?
So I primarily only just went to one school, and that was the Creator Pro New Jersey,
Okay.
uh, school. So I was under their banner for a minute. Pat Buck was my trainer, along with Kevin Matthews, Mark Bakara, and stuff like that. I started there in 2012, so that's what the beginning of my wrestling journey became. Around this time, I was like fresh out of like high school, so I was going to college. I just got a job. So I had college job and then I'm like, oh, now I gotta take on wrestling. So I found a school that was extremely like decent because the other schools, some were like very far, some had trainers that didn't like actually get in the ring and were hands on. And some were just like not good at all. But I found this one, but the only thing was it was in Jersey, and I lived in the Bronx. I'm like, oh man, like I don't want to go to New Jersey, but
Who
I
does? Like I have my own issues with Jersey.
so I bit the bullet. I went, and I can't lie. As soon as I saw a live wrestling ring, people were training, they were practicing matches, and I was just like, my eyes just widened. And I told my best friend, who's also a wrestler as well, I said, this is the spot. This is the right spot, and we should join. Um, he was doing research on this school, and I'm like, no, this is it. This is the school we're gonna join. Like, and transportation got a little easier and stuff like that. But yeah, that's my little humble beginnings.
Yeah, and I see when you finally got through all your training and stuff like that, you debuted January 19th, 2013. That's right. Like I said, I did a
Yes,
little
at
research.
the Metuchen Sportsplex. Also in that match was current AEW star Anthony Bowens. I believe there's a lot of folks in that match. I think it was a battle royal, if I'm not mistaken. Uh,
Yeah, it's funny how you see some of the right now when I even look like with uh AEW, and even when
mhm.
NXT, like in the past years before it did a whole switch over and stuff, you got to see a lot of the guys that you work with here in the northeast. and you're like,
Mhm.
and you're like, oh wow, I know him. Oh wow, this is great. Yeah, cool, sweet.
Yeah.
It like you may not be there, but you're hype. You're happy for them that they got their break, and you're like, okay, if they can do it one day, I can. If I keep busting my ass enough, maybe I'll get called up to do something.
Of course, of course. Like we all, it the brotherhood is real, like it's not like a half-ass support system, if there's somebody on TV who I've actually like know and I've grown to love, then yeah, they have nothing but like 120% of my full support. I love that Bowens and I love that Caster and all the Creative Pro New Jersey and New York kids are doing their thing. Like that's awesome. Like why not me? Like I would it's it's good to see. It's really good to see. And like
And
honestly, they
it's
they
it
deserve it.
and it's great what when you say about when you mentioned Pat Buck, he just did he just leave with WWE? Or he's still there because he's been working down there for like how many years now? For a while.
Uh yeah,
I,
I think he's with AEW now.
okay, so he's
He's in AEW
I can't say he jumped ship really. Just hey, you're just going from one just like any job, like any job out there. Uh, just like me, if you're unhappy, or I'm not even gonna say unhappy, just even if you feel like you did all you can do there, and you just want to try to test out your work in other waters, who's to say no? To stop you? From testing it out. It's if it doesn't work out and you can't go back to the other company. Oh well, at least you tried. But it is what it is. That and that goes for all of us. Like whether it be like I said, work or leaving one company to go to another company, it is what it is.
Of
Uh,
course.
I'm going over this list here of like I see like you mentioned already you did show enough. Now
Yeah.
did you ask your opponents when you had them and you're ready to lay them out? And we all know in the movie, show enough, he lost. He lost at the
Mhm.
end, which you mentioned that you didn't win really all that. But as shown enough, did you ask your opponents who's the master?
So yes, I did. But it,
Yes,
it came
thank you.
it came extremely late. Like I was like not too I love the character, but I couldn't like portray it the way like how he did it. It took me a long time to do it, but when I finally do it, it was too late. I was already transitioning into a hot dog. So yeah, I did it. There's
Well,
there's footage
now
out there.
you could still almost use it. You can still do half show enough, half hot dog, and you'd be like, "Who's the mustard?"
True. I've thought about it. I've thought, and I get nothing
Just
but
saying.
people who watched me, from my early part of my career. That like, hey, you should bring Shonaf back, and I'm like, not yet. I think about it. I think about it often, but it's I don't know. Maybe soon, maybe someday. I don't know.
Yeah,
Who knows?
yeah, fans, if you're watching this or you're watching a replay, jump on on his wall and plug. We want show enough dog or a hot show. Ooh,
Hot
that sounds pretty.
show. Hot show.
the- like hashtag who's the mustard. Uh, have it out there in the Wienerverse.
Yes.
Yes, the
There we go.
Wienerverse. Yeah, we like that. Oh well, we're marketing. We're trying to market here live. We'll see how far that goes. Uh, okay, so when you were transitioning over to hot dog, now did you get any negative feedback as far as okay, I see a laughter there. That sounds like a good one there. You probably got
An immense amount of like negative comments. Oh my god! I probably get heat or wherever the heat is. Would I probably get in trouble or have negative comments spewed my way just for wearing this damn thing. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I hate it. Sometimes you can tell when I hate it. But Yeah, it's wrestling, you know. Like people look at it as something to, and I'm not saying you don't like not to take it serious, but like you know, pro wrestling it's filled with uh mythological characters, you know, or characters that are not you per se, and the people take offense to it. So they see somebody who I don't know. I don't know how they view me, but I guess they look at this right as something that's cheap gear, right?
Mhm.
This has been said my way. You don't need this. You're right. I don't need it, but why not wear it? You know what I'm saying? Like it's not broken. You know, why
It's
try
the
to fix
it's
something?
the
You know,
gimmick.
it's a gimmick. I'm not
Yeah.
necessarily. I'm not a.
Well,
Hey.
well, I throw it back in their face as far as like, yo, you people like to go to movies. You love your superheroes. You love whether you're oh man, Batman's better than Superman. This that. Like, hey, do you know it's a fake character? You want to get on my case about what I do, but you're cheering on a fake character on a screen in a movie when you can come to a live show and see all these characters in person and buy our merch. Damn it.
Put it this way: there was a man, right? His name was Mark.
Of course, they all
He
are Mark.
no. This guy, his name was Mark, and he plays a zombie, a mythological zombie, and he's been doing that for 30 years, and people love that, right? So Mark, aka the Undertaker, right? He's been doing that 30 years, and it never gets old, and people love it. He's not an actual zombie. He's not really a dead man. He's an actual man who performs these acts, you know,
Yeah.
and he doesn't get crapped on, but I get crapped on. You know, I'm a hot dog. I've only been a hot dog for a couple of years. Why all this haste? You know, I don't have any haste towards anybody. You know,
Now,
like I don't get it. You know,
now,
it,
now,
yeah.
the main negative feedback that I was looking to see was there fans or the boys, did they get on your case as far as comparison to a world famous CB?
Um, that's
Because
funny
I
that you
know
mentioned that.
because you
Yeah,
guys started teaming up,
yeah. My
but
boy,
then
Big Bird, Big Brother Berg, I like to call him.
yeah,
Him. So the whole hot dog thing happened, and I'm like, you know, and I always got compared to cheeseburger, and I was like, no, like this is like completely different. And people said that you know I was copying off of him, like, oh, I couldn't get over myself, so I copied off of a cheeseburger. I was like, no, man, like that's like that's non-existent, like that's not a thing. And then you know all that resonated to it was like, you know what? I'm not even mad at you guys. I want to just fight him. So yeah, we fought each other. We had a feud to see what's better food. We had a food fight, if you will, and it was awesome. But yeah, I've faced those negative comments. I faced anything you can imagine. I faced all of them, from fans, from the boys, from everybody.
now question, did was there ever anyone dressed up as a French fry?
I maybe I don't
I
know.
I, I was, I'm gonna say you guys can do like a click where you know you're all dressed up like food, but you're strippers at the same time. You call yourself the Happy Meals.
Oh my goodness. But
Yeah,
funny enough, we're trying to get
Meals.
pancakes.
Oh yes, there you go. Pancakes. You get him too. I forgot
Trying to
about
get
him.
pancakes. So I have a fur coat. CV has a fur coat, and Pancake does not have a fur coat. We are trying to get Pancake a fur coat just so, for me at least, I want to start a faction called the Bun Disputed Era. I think that sounds awesome. I don't see why not. You know, I think it would be it. You
It
know,
would be hilarious. Just as hilarious as when they told when I found out, oh yeah, we're having the BUNdertaker. What? Who? What? But wait. Oh yeah, that's Hotdog. He's doing the BUNdertaker, and then that I seen it with the lights and stuff. Unfortunately, I guess like the last show we didn't have the lighting system we had,
I was
but other than that,
extremely upset.
and like I'm sitting back there watching on the screen in Gorilla, and I'm watching the monitor, and I'm like looking like, okay, it's like watching the Undertaker not having his lights and his special effects, everything going down. I like to me that felt the same way as watching you going out there. Like it just wasn't this. It didn't have that feeling.
Yeah, and that was okay. Like I was a little upset the lights weren't there, and I was like, dang, like the entrance is like also a big part of like what we do in the ring as well. So yeah, I didn't have my specialty entrance, and like I was kind of thrown off because I didn't even know. But like you know what, I was like, if I don't have that, it's okay. Like I just have to step up a little bit more in the ring, and that's what I did.
Oh, I feel you
So
there. Yeah, I know my co-host on the show here, Joey Image. He sometimes you would see him sitting next to me and Gorilla in the back at Magic. And we were just throwing out names and he said Bread Man Walking.
yeah,
Like that.
do you know the do you know all the all the nicknames that I have for the
Uh
BUNdertaker?
I can only imagine you probably keep a notebook of just these things just for t-shirts.
I don't, but that's a good idea. I probably should.
Like
Uh,
just in case before I forget this, put that down.
yep. So me and Shane Fear, we have a nice like
Oh,
relationship. We're very
I
cool with
love
each other.
Shane.
He's a genius in certain aspects of the way. Like, uh, I'm like, hey Shane, you got anything for me? He's like, okay, cool. Let's work it out. So we were in a private room, literally at the Knights of Columbus, and we were just trying to figure it out for my intro. I was like, look, I got like three. What you got here? Like, I got like two. I got like two or three. I was like, all right, cool. Let's put them. I want all of them. When you introduce me, I want all of it. Like, so Shane made up the whole made up of parts unknown, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So that he's the ketchup killer, the mustard murderer, and the relish reaper. So all those alliterations, that's all me. Like I I was like, all right, this sounds cool. Like and it works with the character. And then Shane's like, the bread man walking, the yeast has risen. I'm like, oh,
Yes.
we're gonna have a fire intro. Like I don't even have to wrestle at this point because the intro fire. Can we have flame emojis? Flames.
Get gotta get some sparklers out there. You're gonna have to talk to Xander about that stuff, or talk to Steve and them to find out if the Knights of Columbus will allow anything like that inside the
I want
building.
I want smoke. Give me a nice room full of like fog, and then I just want to like come right through it. But yeah, I need a pallbearer because Zach and Miko was supposed to be
I
my
was
pallbearer.
thinking that I was just thinking that you got to have someone come out as your pulver, but what who would be able to fit that part just right? Who would be? Ah,
Originally, it's
man.
Zach Amico. Yeah, Zach Amico was originally my pallbearer. But he is hard to get in contact with. Like, I was like, "Hey, Zach, I need you for this day. It's a big show." And he's like, "All right, yeah, cool." And then the day of, he's like, "Yeah, I got another booking somewhere else." I'm like, damn, Zach.
Like
So
really, you just did that to me. You did me dirty.
yeah, it's always like something with him, but that's okay. I still love you, Zach. He's my birthday twin, along with Alex Ryman. We're all born on the
Okay,
same day, but not the same year. I think I'm the youngest.
all
But
right.
September 20 babies, we're Virgo babies. So those are my Virgo clique right there.
That's what. And speaking of click, you have your own click of hot dogs out there around in the wrestling world, right? And at
Oh
other
yeah.
shows where people dress up as hot dog as you at other shows, just like during the crowd, I guess. Because
So
uh,
yeah, I'm the leader of the Glizzy gang. I like to call it. Shout
the
out to the Glizzy gang.
the Glizzy
Yeah.
gang, holy shit, that's it. Okay,
Big shout out to Dewey the hot dog. He's not a wrestler, but he is a fan of wrestling who also dresses up as hot dog. Me and him have gotten acquainted. I've never met the guy a day in my life. But when people usually say hot dog in wrestling, they no brainer. I come up right, but for some reason, hot dog and wrestling came up, and Dewey was compared to that, and I was like, no, 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 no. I'm like the one, the only hot dog man from Hot Dog Land, the only professional wrestling hot dog. and you got this kid, and he got acquainted with me. He was like, "Oh snap, I didn't even know." And then I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm the OG." So yeah, I'm the leader, the OG. I have a whole like you said, the Wienerverse, right? Like I've connected with everybody in terms of like the hot dog world. Like as far as like even Oscar Mayer, like I have a nice connection with Oscar Mayer, and I'm trying to get that sponsorship. You know what I'm saying?
You
Trying to get a
guys,
little sponsorship.
you guys got to get like like you say you're a clique or something. You got to get like patches like a biker gang, be like the Buns of Anarchy.
See, look what you did.
I
See,
know,
I'm gonna have to
I know.
write this down.
It's
My
all right.
goodness.
I'll remind you. I'll send you a message. I'll remind you. So, now I noticed earlier, like I mentioned, I did see one of your videos, and I brought up Bun Nasty. Tell the world
Ah,
about Bun Nasty. I was so intrigued by this character, and I said I got a little my own interpretation going on with the Wienerverse of hot dog. Now I got my own interpret. I will give it to you after you tell us about Bun Nasty.
uh, first of all, I love the Bud Nasty character. I look at it as the bad guy's bad guy. So I'm not necessarily I'm good, yeah, but like I'm good for my own reasons. Like I'm not good for like anybody else. I'm not a heel or face, if you want to call it. I'm the anti-hero, but it works out. It works out perfectly fine. I think the three faces of hot dog, right? Like you have me, the hot dog Stark. That's the face. That's the brand, right? And then BUNdertaker. If I want stuff to get done, like if I want to be serious as BUNdertaker, he doesn't have to talk. He just does in ring work. That's kind of all I've been asking for. Is just to wrestle and show people I can actually go. And then Bun Nasty, like that's just my talker. Like I don't really need him to wrestle per se, but I want to disrespect every like bad guy in the business because why not? Why not? Like who's doing that? You know, like no one's really ripping down to shreds and do the way I do it. You know, especially like with the nasty news and whatnot. Like I'm doing my thing. Also, what's it? Nasty Leroy. No, I am not copying off of you. This is a original gimmick. Listen, the original gimmick, Nasty Leroy. Just put it out there if you have any concerns. Just saying. But Bun Nasty, I got a fur coat. I've always wanted to like look spectacular in the ring, or coming out my entrance, and fur coat popped up. Uh, but yeah, I'm still the character's still in development too. Like I'm still trying to find the perfect like if I were to wrestle with Bun Nasty, the perfect in ring gear for Bun Nasty. Trying to figure out the right things to say, how to say them. Um,
I'm thinking, but
hot dog
I'm
worthy.
thinking Bun Nasty, more like a Cat Williams type.
Yeah, you know, like I'm naturally funny, honestly. I really am. Like I may sound monotone or dull right now, but like, you know, when I have a little bit more energy in me and stuff like that, I had like 3, 4 cups of coffee. Bun Nasty does come out. That's like what I like to call Weekend Mikey. You know, my real name is Mike, but Weekend Mikey comes out, that's Bun Nasty. That's like all Bun Nasty.
Now,
Um
now you know you were saying about the three faces of a hot dog, and I was saying my interpretation was Bun Nasty. You have the news network that Bun's on doing his thing, uh, and the first thing that popped in my head was, oh, this is his Clark Kent. This is his Clark Kent. I'm like, he's a guy, he's a reporter, supposed to be good with words. He's good with the verbal skills, spitting that fire, whatever he needs to do. But then the superhero hot dog got to make an appearance. And how you said about the BUNdertaker got to put things down or whatever. He has to get dirty. He has to get nasty. That's like seeing either the Bizarro version of Superman or the Injustice version where Superman is evil. If you know what I'm talking about, if you play
yeah,
the
yeah,
video
yeah.
games, yeah, like
Yeah.
that version of Superman too, the Injustice version. So you got those three versions of you. You know, you got the guy like you try to stay incognito, but nasty. No one knows your identity. Ain't you Hot Dog? Nah, I'm not Hot Dog. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, you got me confused with somebody else. It's two separate guys. You don't know who we are.
The best way I can describe Butt Nasty. Have you seen Moon Knight?
Yes. Oh, gotcha.
That
Oh,
that
you
pretty much it. It
you
doesn't come
you
from Moon Knight,
split
but
personality, sneaky
it
guy. Yeah.
it works out the same way how I'm trying to portray it. So not about. I wanted to do like a multiverse of Hot Dog, but like in a sense, like I was like, okay, that's not gonna really like work out as much because I how can I like
You gotta come up with all
what
these gimmicks.
like essentially I mean that's the thing, like that's my new lingo. Like hot dogs don't die, we just multiply. Like so if I die, if hot dog does die, like there's another iteration of hot dog that comes to life. But essentially what I wanted to do with like indie wrestling as a whole, if I like would have committed like 1000% to it, I was legit trying to change indie wrestling so there could be nothing but like multiverse indie wrestling. So it was like, okay, cool. I know certain companies do not follow other companies like storylines. So like now you have different branches of timelines, like for example, Megabyte Ronnie. I hate you by the way.
Oh, damn. Hate's a strong word. I'm like, okay, we'll just say
he go
dislike. We'll say
nah,
dislike.
he gonna get his, don't worry.
Oh, okay, he's gonna get these buns.
He
He's gonna
gonna
get
get
the
these.
yo, did that sound even proper? He's gonna get these buns.
No, I mean that's why I said like he's gonna. I got to, what I'm saying. You've seen these before, what I'm saying. I would say he's gonna catch these hands, what I'm saying. Something's gonna get caught and he's gonna catch these. But like for example, if I was to face Megabyte Ronnie at Pro Wrestling Explosion, right, and then we faced off at somewhere like Beyond, they're not gonna probably talk about our past history. So you know why not say, oh, this is a different version of Hot Dog, it's a different version of Megabyte, but the story like always remains the same, like
We
I was
got
trying to
a
do that.
we got a quick shout out for the BUNdertaker from Anthony Blackwell. He's the man behind the Tornado Tag podcast and the IWEP network that where we're switching over. You
Oh,
definitely have to get
I
you have to
have
get
one
on
of their
their show.
shirts.
Huh?
I have one of their shirts. I have one of their shirts.
Sweet.
They copped one of mine. Just want to say thank you very much because that means a lot to me.
Which
Uh,
which shirt do you have? Do you know of?
it might be the BUNdertaker shirt if I'm not mistaken. The first
No.
BUNdertaker
I
shirt that
mean,
was made.
I mean, the one that you have of their shirt,
Oh, it's like blue. It just has their name on it with the microphone
O-
underneath.
Okay. I was gonna say if it was the German suplex with the female doing the German suplex to the guy, that was actually a picture of what my daughter takes because sometimes she's at the shows doing photography once in a while. But that's one of the shows, and I appreciate them using that particular pic as one of their logos. It was great. Just when as soon as we found out they did that, it was like awesome. And Anthony, he's an awesome dude, stand up guy. I love this dude. Everything he's doing, he done the podcast thing way longer than me. He's my mentor to look to for anything. Like if I need help, I will definitely reach out to him. So I thank him for welcoming us into the into his network.
Big shout out to Anthony. Anthony, thank you so much for all your love and support, man. Thank you.
He loves us. He loves us.
Yes,
Love that guy.
yes.
uh where were we? Oh my god, we were talking about everything. The more I know what I was gonna say. Uh for Bun Nasty, what if you had some female valets wearing the hot dog outfit at your sausage party?
So I don't worry. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna have like females per se. I'm not gonna be like sexist about it. However, I've already like drew out some stuff for the Bun Nasty character. I've actually been working on Bun Nasty for like a minute, like without even realizing I'm working on a new character. Like I drew out Bun Nasty maybe like 5 years ago before it was even a thought, before I even had a name for it. I was just I wanted a fur coat. That's all I wanted. I was probably going to the first iteration. I was going to wear this and a fur coat and maybe like some long pants, like bell bottoms or something like that, and have a hot dog cane. But I realized I was going to be in flames. I was going to be hot as hell in those outfits. I've done it before, and I've almost passed out. So yeah, not a good idea. A fur coat with this hot dog suit. Mm-mm. So it's either one or
Mhm.
the other, you know. But sometimes man, companies ask for two gimmicks, and I'm like, man, you got to pay me more
Yeah,
because
exactly. I was just about to say that they want more work out of you for less pay or just equal to none, basically. How and speaking of pay, has any promoter tried to offer you the hot dog up as a payday to another worker? Well, here's your handshake. There's your hot dog over there. Take them home with you.
man, I mean, we're in the same company. We're in the same in the same business, right? Like this is indie wrestling we were talking about. Of course, I've been offered a hot dog. Of course, I've been offered a
No,
handshake,
no, I
and
mean,
I.
did they offer you as the hot dog to another wrestler? Here's your hot dog. Take him.
Oh, okay. So funny that you mentioned that. I have a story for a lot of things. I did a
Oh,
show
okay.
in New York in Manhattan. My first ever show in Manhattan. Where the loser for every match gets a handshake from me. That was their pay. They get a handshake from me. Loser gets a handshake from me, and it was awesome. It was freaking
uh,
awesome.
I'm dying. Yo,
Hmm.
that'd be great. Like, you'd be like you as the general, put you as the general manager of a show. When they're exiting
Hmm.
the ring, the winner, you give an envelope. The other guy just get your handshake. Oh, oh man, that'd be great.
I wish they gave me envelopes to give to the winners. That'd be awesome.
And then inside the envelope, it's not cash; it's a coupon to get a free hot dog from concession. so,
That's
so
funny.
either so either way, they still get
Either
a
way, you
hot
get a
dog.
hot dog. Yeah,
Either way.
that's a good idea. That's funny.
Oh man, bro, what is have on your I don't want to say bucket list of talent out there. Have you achieved a list yet of talent that you got to work with, or are you still working on it?
I still want to. I'm working on it. I do have a few people I want to run it back. I actually have a list that I wrote as soon as the year dropped, and I have faced none of these people. None of these people. Let me see if I have the list right now, and you guys will be the first to hear about this list. But I do actually have a list of people I want to wrestle. Um, I don't think, and that's just from the indies. But like, if we're talking, um, people who are on TV. Sting is an active competitor. I would love to wrestle Sting. That is like my go-to person. If I was to choose anybody, I'm going to pick Sting. Where is his list?
Okay,
Where's his list?
while Hot Dog is looking for that list, let's get the plugs out once again. Hey, if you want some of his merchandise, check out prowrestlingtees.com. Look up for Hot Dog Starks, buy his merch. Don't forget the little gummy hot dog weenies at the show that you can get from him too as well. And if you like what I'm wearing, go to the BodySlamsPodcast.com, click on our pod shop, and pick out of any one of our tees there. Support us as well as we support you, the fans, for tuning in. Yes, brother, you were going to
All right.
say something.
I finally found the list. All right. So number one on the list is Effie. I've wrestled Effie twice. I've lost the first encounter, and he lost the second encounter. It's we got to break the tie.
It's the rubber band
That's
match.
it is the rubber band match. It's the final countdown for that one. Leroy, big game Leroy.
A
One of
big
my
game.
Leroy is actually one of the most smartest people I know in the business. We connect really well. Um, I love the guy, but he did beat me in our first encounter. And there's a picture I just posted recently of us shaking hands. But you see me like Nah, one more. So I want to get that to go. Billy Dixon, who's
Uh, yeah, I know Billy.
unfortunately he's retiring. If people don't know this, but I've known Billy for a long time. Um, we went to middle school together. That was awesome, and just to see him move from the Bronx to Virginia and make his strides, and I make my strides in the Bronx, and we just somehow met up. You know, this business, it connects people. But unfortunately, he's retired. I don't know if that's a momentary thing or if it's something is permanent. But I would love to wrestle Billy again. We wrestled before, however, someone lost the footage, and I'm extremely upset about that because it was a good match. So it's not on here as like, run it back or whatever. It's like, hey, we need this match seen on some type of platform. Um, Megabyte Ronnie 2, it's already in the books. It's coming up. I think I want to say June 16th at Pro Wrestling Explosion. I get to set up the score with Ronnie. And I got some surprises for that one because the first encounter that was wild. That was a really good match. It was a really good match. I can't lie.
I'm
But
gonna have to look that up because right now that's the first person on your list I don't recognize that I'm not familiar with. So Megabyte Ronnie, I'm gonna have to check.
to
I have to look him
to
up, check
put
him
him
out.
over a little bit, to put him over a little bit, to talk positive about Megabyte. Ronnie is like 6'5" and 245 pounds. He's jacked, huge, big old mustache, hair on his
And you want to
chest.
run that back? What the hell's wrong with you? Damn hot dog!
It's
The
just that
mustard going to your head?
so he is a professional hot dog eater. So he actually competes in the Nathan's Famous hot dog eating competition. And hey, this is one hot dog that you can't beat, and obviously he did beat me, but he did not eat me, so I'm not dead just yet. Because hot dogs can't die, we just multiply. But Ronnie, you're a dead man. All right.
It sounds like the BUNdertaker has to make an appearance for this one.
Shockwave the robot. That man, that robot, sorry, is a gem. I would love to figure out his breakdown style with my hot dog style and see who becomes the victor. Um, Darius Carter. Yes, I am calling you out, Darius Carter.
The Pro Wrestling Magic champion, as well as this year's ECWA Super 8 champion.
Super 8, yep. I wrote that he won a Super 8, not the Super 8. He won a Super 8 as in a hotel, not a trophy. But that's neither here or there. But Darius, your style, your hard hitting style, it awakens certain aspects of what I used to watch. I used to watch a lot of like strong style hitting wrestling when I was younger, and that resonated with Shonuff. But I want to show people. I want to shock the world. I haven't wrote that on here. I will shock the world if I beat Darius Carter because a lot of people will look at that match and just say, "Yeah, Darius is going to run through him." And I just want to show people.
He kind of reminds you of like William Regal.
A bit, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he does a little bit.
Just just a brother though. That's all.
I have a match for the BUNdertaker actually. The BUNdertaker versus Max the Impaler.
Yo,
They are awesome. They are awesome because I, I have a thing about like characters in professional wrestling. You could be like the most like I'm not the greatest wrestler in the world. Like trust me, I'm not. But like I do have a solid gimmick. I do have a solid character. Max's their character is just like awe inspiring because
it's freakish Mad Max style, Beyond Thunderdome type, all
it.
that post-apocalyptic type. Yes. I'm quite familiar with Max.
Max You're awesome. Just putting it out there. I mark out for you every time I see you on Twitter doing your thing.
Dude,
Keep
I
going.
love her picture when she be posting the pictures on even on Instagram. I'll be like, yo, like whoever's the photographer is getting these bomb ass shots. They are great, and just the makeup and all the work she puts into her look alone. Just the look alone is terrifying.
Yeah. So they have a nice like strong presence, and like you said, the photography makes also makes the character too. Because whew, I can't ever stop like liking and sharing because the world needs to know about Max the Impaler. But I would love to have a match with Max if they would like it. Yeah, BUNdertaker versus Max the Impaler. I think that would be awesome.
I would definitely pay to see that there.
I'm gonna get through these. MV Young. I love MV. He's also a Virgo. MV has brought the BUNdertaker to life. It's actually his idea, not mine. I cannot take credit for the BUNdertaker, but I can give him the most credit for it. It was his idea. He got me over with it. He put me on shows. He got me the entrance. Thank you, MV Young. But unfortunately, we're gonna have to run. We're gonna have to run the ones because I don't know. I think I you're a swell guy. You know what I'm saying? You have the whole polyam coat. You know what I'm saying? I want to show the world that I'm valuable. I want to show the world that I can go. I want to show the world that you can get all the tables you want, but they won't do a damn thing to me. You know. And I have two more. I have Ruthless Lala, right?
Okay.
Who has multiple.
I literally
Yeah,
just met her at Super Crazy.
yeah. She's like my big sister, right? Um, so Lala might actually be the reason why Bun Nasty exists because I don't know if you've seen the footage or not, but Lala gave me a nice stiff Stan Hansen like lariat that knocked me completely out of my bun, and Hot Dog with ghost. Like Hot Dog was gone for a minute, like, and then Bun Nasty surfaced. You know what I'm saying? So I told her, I'm like, I got a double decker bun coming. Like we were on the Twitter spaces, like I got a double decker bun coming. I got a double decker, and I was like, I was talking all this crap, and I was like, I don't have a double decker bun at all. Like, what the hell is a double decker bun? So, yeah, I bought me a nice pink turtleneck. I got me a nice gold mustard chain. I got me a nice fur coat. Like my fur coat's fire, and that's the start of Bun Nasty. But Lala, you are probably the reason why I had to add another gimmick. This is my third gimmick. And then finally, one more time, one of my best pals in wrestling, CPA. Like he is my last one. We wrestled damn near everywhere. We tagged damn near everywhere, but we need one more, and that's it. One last time, and then we both could ride up in the sunset and do what we got to do. But that's my list right there.
That is quite a list because I know everybody on that list except for Megabytes.
And the
That's the
people,
only one. But other than
that's the
that, I
thing.
know
People should know about
everybody.
them. People should know about Megabyte. Honestly, you should get him on your podcast. Like the world needs to know about Megabyte Ronnie. I can't lie. He's a big dude. He looks the part. It's just that the only thing is he doesn't have exposure. I wish him I wish him the best. Like I want more from him for him.
Is he
You
from
know,
our area? Is he from like the
he's
Jersey,
he's
the
a Buffalo
tri-state?
boy. He's a Buffalo boy. Yeah.
Oh, so he's up
So
north, New York. He's up
yeah.
that way. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna have to reach out and do some homework and research and all that stuff now.
Yeah.
Ah man. So what does the future look like for Hot Dog Starks, BUNdertaker, Bun Nasty in the upcoming months? I guess I would say the summer of hot dog or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's getting hot. You know what I'm saying? It's getting hot,
Yeah,
dog. You know what I'm saying? It's getting real hot. And
it's
you know,
getting hot dog up in here.
why not book the hot dog? You know what I'm saying? I I can't tell you what off the top of my head what I got. I'll be everywhere. I don't even like to advertise myself half the time because I want people to be shocked, to be in awe when all this juicy hot dog goodness pops up in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So I never like telling people where I'm going to be at because I don't even know where the hell I'm going to be at. But just know I'll be around. You'll see me at Epic Wrestling Association. You'll see me at BCW. You'll see me at Pro Wrestling Explosion or hey, you might see me at Wrestling Open. I don't know. Today's Thursday, but my friends are on there right now. But you'll see me around. Pro Wrestling Magic, especially that's like 15 minutes away from my house. You know, you'll see me there. You'll see me somewhere. I guarantee that. As for Bun Nasty and the BUNdertaker, you'll see them too. You see them. It's whatever your preference is. It's hot dogs are for everybody.
Now, for promoters out there watching this for the first time, and and the ones who are somewhat familiar or not quite familiar, how can they get in contact with yourself for future bookings?
All right, let me try to do it like this, because I see all these social media icons below. If you're looking for me, you can just type in at Hot Dog Sarks on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Ooh, ooh. And if you want to look for me on Twitch, I am at Hot Dog Sarks 24/7. If you look for me on YouTube, just type in Hot Dog Sarks. I'm pretty sure my page will come up. But yeah, at Hot Dog Starks. If you don't know how to spell it, hot HOT dog DOG Starks STARKES.
Oh,
Yes, that's how you spell it.
you had to think about it yourself too.
No, 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 no.
The
It
ES.
just everybody gets confused. Hey, I good thing you were super cool about it because some people I've gotten like envelopes that says two hot dog sparks, two hot dog sticks, two hot dog steaks. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it pisses me off because my name is right there. Like
Like
it
I knew
happens.
it. Like I mentioned in the DM, I said, look, I said, I know it's start. I was just like, I was fast typing. I was trying to get it in there real quick. And I just forgot that one letter. I'm like, ah,
It's
man.
it's funny
I-
how that happened. It's funny how that happened because I had like literally just put a post out there with the picture of the envelope I'm talking about, and then you booked me for the podcast, and I'm like, did he not see the post? Did he not see? I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my god.
no, it's all good because you got me with payback though.
I
Just
did. I
minutes
did. I
before we
feel so
got
bad.
minutes
I am
before we
so
got on the show,
sorry.
he tagged the Body Slam Wrestling podcast when we are Body Slams podcast. Here I clicked on that link to see what page this was, and I looked at it. I'm like, wow, these people didn't post anything since like 2015. I hope no one goes to this thing and try to watch the show. So I'm
I
like,
I
oh,
am
it's not good.
so so
No,
sorry.
it's all good. As many times, I guess. What I just this week alone, I think I reposted 3 times, and I tagged you in it. So it should have been posted on your page anyway. Then anyway, so if people went and looked, they would have probably just clicked on it regardless. But
Yeah.
I tell everyone, just go to our .com. It has all of our links, so everything's there. If they don't feel like watching it on, or if they don't, because I know people don't have Facebook. There's people who just watch on YouTube or even Twitter and stuff. So we're like I said, we are streaming to those first 4 platforms down below: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter on multiple different sites. So they can, like I said, they can always go there to the .com and check that out. And I did like the fact that when you were on when you mentioned your Twitch, you had the 24/7 at the end. Because you know what, that's very popular for a guy like me because everything about me is Chio 24/7, whether it's my Facebook, my Twitter, my .com is 24/7. And my YouTube is 24/7 as well. I almost had Instagram, but some other jerk got it, so I had to put my actual shoot last name at the end of 24/7. But it is what it is, because we're here 24/7, out here trying to come up with great ideas to share with the fans in the Wienerverse the best that we can. We are going to become marketing geniuses. I'm going to have to talk to my man Joey Image. If I'm not sure if he's going to make it out there to Magic this coming the 28th, but we're going to have to sit back there and come up with some more ideas of more stuff for shirts, merchandise, this and that. We're starting a committee. It is what it is. We're going hot dog all out.
I'm all for it, man. Thank you.
Everyone, thank you for tuning in to this Thursday Night Slam. I want to thank our very special guest who pleasantly reached out to me. I'm so humbled that he did. Mr. Hotdog Starks himself, Bun Nasty, the BUNdertaker.
Yes,
He's the
yes.
And if anything, he could be the American dream, because people like eating hot dogs at those American pastimes like Memorial Day weekend, the 4th of July, Labor Day. So next time when you're out there eating a hot dog at the cookouts, think of this man here. Go online, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button to find out when he is on. Hit that ProWrestlingTees.com. I'm going to keep plugging that. Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yes, yes.
Hot dog starts. That's where it's at. Brother, we're getting out of control here. Any final words that you would like to give out to the people out there before we knock this show off the air?
Yeah, just want to say thank you for having me on the BodySlams podcast. You know, I haven't done a podcast in a minute. I've been trying to figure out why. I'm very glad that someone reached out and wanted to hear my side of how I think of things, but I'm very appreciative. So thank you so much. Also, if you want my Cash App, I'll give it to you. It's Hot Dog Starts. Everything is Hot Dog Starts. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, everything. Hot Dog Starts.
I just thought of something. Everyone, if you got little kids at home like that and you're having parties and whatnot, I'm not saying he's gonna come do your party or whatever, but I seen that you are on Cameo as well.
Oh, I just did a cameo today. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
You can give some birthday shout outs, this and that.
I give pep talks. I give birthday shout outs. I give roast even. You can book your boy. You can book the hot dog on Cameo. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
at cameo.com/hotdogstarts. Yeah, I'm on Cameo.
I know come the 28th at Magic, I want a personalized live cameo face to face with you, because the 28th is actually my birthday. So
Oh, okay. All
yeah,
right.
so I actually took a booking on my birthday. They're like, why? I'm like, just because it's who I am. I'll just do it. That's just me. I'm like, I don't have to go have a party and celebrate with people. I'm around people who I'm happy with. I'm happy with being with the boys at a show of something that I loved all these years. I've no problem going to a booking on my birthday. So
I've done that
that's
a couple times.
so Mr. Steve Off and anyone else in the offices over there at Pro Wrestling Magic, you better have some cupcakes or something for me waiting. I will get famished. And you got to save a couple for my man Hot Dog here.
That's right.
Wait, this side. Yeah. I gotta watch out for the screens, like which direction I'm pointing in. But thank you again for coming on. I really much appreciate it. And I will definitely we will touch base on the 28th. Give a nice big hug in the Wienerverse type, something like that. We'll figure it out.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, brother. Thank you again. I appreciate it. Much love.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. You got to see Mr. Hot Dog Starks himself, the BUNdertaker, Bun Nasty. Like I said, go jump on over to his Facebook page. His you see a lot of matches and stuff of him on YouTube as well. I believe I'm not sure if he's on Twitter. I have to go look in my descriptions again. I should have stuff streaming at the bottom of the screen, scrolling by, like, but it is what it is. It's a late night. And, brothers like me got to go to work tomorrow. But as I'm going like this, I'm trying to put it out there, trying to let you take a look like the shirt. That's right. I'm trying to put that thought into your head. Go to our pod shop at the BodySlamsPodcast.com and buy our merch. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification button as well on all of our social medias to find out when we are live and in color. And with that being said, I am Chio, and thank you for tuning in to Thursday Night Slam on the BodySlams Podcast. And we'll see yous at the matches. Yes, sir. And I'm out of here, people.